Is Tim not coming tonight?
No, I don't
Hear
think
from him.
Tim. So, all right. Here, you want me just to put some? Oh, you put music in here. You want me to play one of these?
Yes. Yeah, I just have to double check that last one. That very last one? Yeah. The very last one I don't think is free source.
Gotcha.
I'll double check.
Okay, that door's gonna fuck off. That rolled a 1.
There.
Oh, no, it is royalty free. I must have been on a different one.
Sweet.
Yeah, so all of the ones that I put in are royalty free.
You just let me know when you want me to change them, and I'll change them, lady.
Cool.
All right. Well, we're live. So, woo-hoo. Welcome everybody. Tonight is Lex's night. So,
Hey, so we find ourselves in Ecteterra on the Isle of Yzma, not the Isle of Esme, as some of our characters may have previously thought. And it seems that our party has been enlisted to help, either been enlisted or are volunteering themselves, much to the dismay of the guards, to help with escorting a certain witch from her home into a more magically friendly region of etc. So when we last left off, our players met with a woman called Ms. Airy, who seemed to be bottling the bad experiences, miseries, and overall unwellness of people, and storing them for some mysterious use no one quite knows why. The guards and our party were unable to capture her as she vanished right before their eyes, not before leaving them with a foreboding warning to leave her alone. Our party quickly decided to reassemble themselves, get back to one of their members that they had left hungover in their hotel room before venturing forth. And that is where we left off. So we are going to begin with Odom. You wake in a cold sweat. The message still ringing in the back of your ears, being greeted by the reality of birdsong and footsteps approaching your door from the other.
Is there anything left in my wineskin?
Yes.
I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to hold the breath while I chug as much as I can.
Okay. The rest of you find yourself in the hallway of the hotel on your way towards the door of Odom and MJ's room.
I will run up to it, trying to separate. This whole way back, I would try to put a couple steps in between myself and the group so I can get to Odom first.
Okay, sure. I mean, easy enough to do. I don't think anybody else is in quite as big a hurry.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh. Hey, Odom. Hey, Odom.
Yes, come in. And I'm tucking my clothes in and trying to look presentable.
The curtains have been drawn in the room to block out as much light as possible. There is a little bit filtering through into the inside, but your eyes need a minute to adjust to the and what you see is Odom sitting straight up in the bed where it is very obviously been soaked through. And he is laying in a mess of
It's not what you think. See,
crumpled.
sometimes I sweat a lot. It's not. I haven't had that other problem in since I was a young fun.
Not here to judge. But I just want to give you a heads up. They don't appear to appreciate our powers. So, and the guards didn't like it when I tried to, well, I let them know that the same powers that they have a problem with can save them. And they showed no interest in me using my powers to save them. So we're going
What are you
after.
saying? We gotta hide. We gotta hide who we are.
I just feel like through our travels here, this is something that I probably should tell you.
That's all right. That's all right. This isn't completely foreign, in terms of a concept for us. We knew there would be difficulties. It seems we've already found them, and that means that there may be some species profiling, and we'll have to adjust to that.
My concern along with that is they peek my head out and see where the party is. How close is the party to us now? Like the rest.
They're kind of standing out in the hallway, but as you look, you notice that Yari isn't with them.
Fuck. We're in a goddamn retirement home, and he's an old guy. Maybe he found somebody to talk to. You know him. He likes to speak. So, and I'll peek my head out the door, noticing that Yari's not there, and call in Kilcax and Egon. Like, wave him into Odom's room.
I'll enter.
I'll head over.
Oh, hey, fellas. There's that stinking hunk of fish meat. Where is he? What'd you do with them?
He seemed to have went back to where he came from. No one's really seen him.
Yeah, it didn't seem to quite appreciate the spar we had.
It's a
I think
shame.
you hit him
It
harder
is.
than you thought.
Yeah. I'd like to spar with him again. Pretty tough fella that guy was.
Yeah, so before we go back and meet up with those guards, I just want to put this out there. What do they want with this lady that has, special talents? Are either of you from this region? Do you know why they would be doing that? I mean, unless you did something very bad, I don't think in my homeland
Well,
anybody would be hunting down and corralling.
I wouldn't so much hard to do that. They literally just said, escort this woman to somewhere else.
So all of you
Didn't say hunt
are
down.
relatively aware of a war that's been going on the mainland since the return of magic to the world. And it started quite small, but it has been kind of increasing in how large it has become, to the point that everything east of the eastern mountain range, the Ashen, is kind of a safe haven for magic users, whereas everything in the central lands between the two mountain ranges has become kind of like a non-magic war zone. And it's pretty scattered about. It's mostly towards the capital, and there are small battles kind of raging in certain areas. But it's been relatively contained, and the outskirts in places like this don't see much of the war. It's relatively untouched. Egan, you're aware of the magic side of the war. To some degree, you do come from a fairly small village, but it's something that you are aware of. Like, you do know that, them trying to take Ms. Airy from her home and transport her to a different region is maybe a little unorthodox and definitely suspicious in some capacity, but seems to be a kindness not heard of among other types of situations. And Kilcax, you're kind of nomadic, so you've heard of some of this stuff and you've encountered some battles, but none that you've participated in.
Yep.
Did I overspeak earlier when I sort of implied, like, are any of us going to be somewhat racially persecuted just because we stand out as we venture out?
You don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair assumption to make.
The guards definitely weren't too happy with us for the most part.
And that's, I guess, my main reason for hurrying back and giving you a heads up, because we met these guards while you were recovering.
Timothy and Jonathan, by the way.
Yeah. See, I got my notes somewhere.
The one especially wasn't too impressed with magic users, let's say.
Yeah.
What do you think if I were to just be subtle about it? Sneak it in.
I mean, they saw me.
They know we're magic users.
Yeah. Which?
You guys might be magic.
Well, yeah. I mean, they've seen both myself and MJ over there.
I get my powers from the moon. It's nothing.
Yeah, but I think what he's saying is, from the outside looking in, where you get your powers from isn't necessarily the question.
Never thought of that. Yeah, Jonathan and Timmy, coffee I have as a note, so we must have had coffee or something, and something about a glass dome.
I think coffee is a
Sounds
delicacy
amazing.
on this island, where
Yes.
people were lined to the iced coffee cart first thing in the morning and then making their way down the path.
Just want to say one thing before we head out on this. I mean, she was creepy. I totally get that. But how bad she was is, I mean,
She didn't technically attack us.
when I got into her pool, it felt like almost like she was trying to take weight off my shoulders.
Odom is feverishly taking notes.
If I remember right, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
But do we know to what end she's using that stuff? You saw all the glass in the house.
No, but she obviously didn't want to come along with these guards, and uh, I'm more interested in here for the ride at the moment.
Well,
I
what
just
if
want.
what if we found her first and got her side of it?
I mean, I will assist you in this.
We don't
Oh.
technically report to the guards. They don't need to know.
What do you say, furry one?
Well, the guards seem to already be on their search with our little dwarven friend. As I pull that note out and show him. So, but there's always two swords to a story. Two swords of one coin. Never
She
know
knew
how.
we were coming. She
Yeah.
could have set a trap if she wanted.
Quite easily.
Guys, what's the elven word that rhymes with hot tub?
Do I know one? I am Elvin. Yeah.
You can. I'd accept Sylvan too, because I think most people that who hear this one will get it.
I'm sure I can come up with something, but I can't come up with something.
Okay,
like,
it's okay. It doesn't have to be now.
Okay.
You got me thinking your story.
All right. So, do you want to? What do you guys want to do?
Well, we have a place to start looking, and I'll put the map on the table that we found.
What do you think, Odom?
To be clear, this is a map of the island, and it seems fairly archaic. It does illustrate where the mansion is for the Gavin family, but in relation, it also has the location of the witch's hut, as well as two other marked locations on the map. But the town itself does not exist.
Oh no, guys! I should probably let you know that I'm plagued with terrible, terrible decision-making skills. When I start to think through one of the options, I can't help but think of the other option, and then I immediately regret the one I hypothetically took in that simulation. And then if I switch and I think about the other option, then the same thing, only opposite happens. So I'm thinking about a chiral relation of the original hypothetical situation that never happened, only in reverse, and I don't know which one I should take.
Yeah, you think you still have a headache? Yes.
No, I'm maybe.
What is this guy talking about?
I've known him for a very short time. It's a little weird. It's all right. What do you guys think we should do?
Do I notice anything off about Odom?
He seems a little jumpier than usual, I'd say. But, I mean, you really don't know the guy, so...
Yeah.
Give me an insight check.
Oh, natural 20.
High.
24.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, I'll definitely say he seems on edge. For sure.
Okay. That's fine. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
But
That Odom?
I could use a coffee.
you want a coffee? They have an iced coffee shop. Right?
No, I know. I heard everyone. They won't shut the fuck up about it. They're very opinionated.
Extremely fancy. Would you like
I
me to
want
go
to
get
try
you
one, but I want to try one. But everyone they set it up so high. There's no way. Like the standards going into it. Like if it's just gonna make me disrespect all the people that told me how good it was. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah, but you don't know
understand.
them anyway.
Dude, it's just
No.
a coffee.
I still want one though.
I gotta see if I have any money to go get a coffee. I think I gave it all away.
Is the coffee shop on the way to one of the X's?
Nope. I have.
Wait, you gave all your money away?
No.
Or that general?
I will go get 4 iced coffees.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to pay attention to where the guards are. Like, as I walk out the room, like, are they? Is it obvious that they're waiting for us? Are they looking for us? Did we ditch them?
You don't
Like,
see them. There doesn't seem to be any sign of them as you make your way from down the hallways, from the hotel to the coffee cart, and you're keeping a pretty keen eye on them. They don't seem.
all right. How does the general feel, like the surrounding before? It was like real jovial, if I remember. Like everybody was happy. Does everybody still seem happy?
Oh yeah. Everybody still seems happy. A lot of the older couples are kind of hunched over, particularly old women sitting around tables outside of the bistro and kind of just along the sidewalks or gathered outside of shops, and they're all kind of whispering to each other, and kind of there's some shock and awe and maybe a little bit of laughter, but nothing out of place.
Okay. So I will go get 4 iced coffees.
While he's
and-
gone, which one of you guys are the smart one? Like, what are we doing with this map here? What are our options? Are we just gonna go back and finish your business you started, your unfinished business, or what are we doing here?
I will say Egan is not the smart one. But
Out of character, I don't think anyone's the smart one.
I don't know. I mean, we might as well check these locations. There could be something there.
It's all right. Destiny and my heart have never led me wrong.
Well, where does it say to go?
Oh, I'm not very good at making decisions. I just what I do is I move like water. You know what I mean? Like I just let the environment sort of choose a path for me, and when the decision is ready to be made, like it will present itself to you. You know, usually, or you just won't have a choice, and then that's your decision. You know.
I just walk up to a map and put my claw down randomly, and whatever closest my claw is, I'll say we go to it.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I
Perfect.
vote for whatever he did. Whatever he pointed at, and that's what I'm saying.
Roll a d6, half it, and round it down.
4, 2.
Alright, so you're gonna go to kind of the middle, the midway one, where it's not the witch's hut, but it is the X marked closest to the witch's hut, which is on the other side of where the mansion is. So the mansion is kind of close to town, and then you get the witch's hut, and then there's the 2 X's kind of out in the boonies.
I got to tell you, I've got a real good feeling about this.
Well, at least we have a way to go now.
Do they have like one of those eco-friendly carriers for the iced coffees?
No.
All right, I'm gonna druid craft something and just make a carrier out of some twigs, and flowers and stalks, and
Druid
just
cup holder.
yeah.
Side-eyes you a little
Why
weird
not?
as you're standing there and he's got the iced coffees all set in front of you and you're just druid crafting vines around all 4 of them
Yeah.
in like this vine. And then you like pick it up like a tray and they're like perfectly balanced there and you spend a good like 2 or 3 minutes doing this because you have to continue to cast it. And you just pick it up and go, thanks. And you just Neat.
And how much does this cost? How much does 4 iced coffees cost me?
Oh man, I think I said they were like 2 copper.
All right.
So
I'm gonna leave. I'll just put a silver down then, and wink at him.
Gives you 2 copper.
And I'll leave the 2 copper. Is there a tip jar?
There is. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
It's
I'll
just
put
like a little coconut with like the top cut off.
Yeah. I'll drop the 2 copper in there, and I'm gonna just reach down at some point when he's making the coffee and take one of those seeds out of my pouch and plant it in the ground. Right, like at the corner of this, wherever I can, as close as I can get to, like suitable earth, and just plant one of those trees, and then I'll make my tray and walk back to the room.
Like a half barrel flower pot sitting like on either side of the booth.
Yeah, perfect. The one to the left, I will plant one of my seeds in and tend to it while he's making the coffee. Awesome. And then I'll walk in. So, guys, I don't see either of the guards out there.
Wow.
Before you make it back to the room,
Okay.
you're hey bro, hey,
Dude.
spring man,
Hey. How's it going, man?
like not too bad.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen any armed guys walking around here? Having a
The Gavenport guy. They like totally took off into.
Yeah, which way did they go, man?
Well, it kind of looked like they were heading to spring, but I think they took a little bit of a detour. Huh?
Ah, thank you. How are the waves, dude?
It's pretty quiet right now. Midday.
Uh,
It's not so great.
do you like this drink, Chaz?
Cha.
I will grab my drink from my tray holder and give it to Chaz.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Hey, no problem. I think we're gonna be here for a couple days. We should totally hang out at night and throw a rager. You seem like
Totally.
a good guy.
Beach bash is coming up. You should totally come. It's gonna be like huge. It's mostly for like the younger folks, The retirees, they don't like it, but they're good.
A beach bash?
Yeah, we got jams, we got lights, we got food. It's like total rage, man.
This sounds interesting, and I'm sure the rest of my acquaintances, I know Odom would like this. So, yeah. When is that?
Oh, that's like 2 days out, yeah?
2 days?
Yeah, here, I think I got a. Oh, totally! And he pulls a paper out of his back pocket and he hands it to you. And as you unfold it, you can see that, like, in big bold letters, it says Beach Bash in, like, blue ink with this massive, like, sun behind it. And, like, there's, like, a sand pail with, like, a little shovel sticking out of it and, like, starfish on it. And it goes, Total Rager, be there, right? And it's like,
I fucking love this guy. You have provided me with the NPC that makes me not want to ever leave this place.
We're retiring. We're done.
Yeah, I'm done. Time to roll a new character. I'm gonna hang out with Chaz. Yeah. So, definitely, this is so cool. If you need any help with decorating or anything, setting it up, I would love to be a part
she
of
does have, like, magic, right?
it. Yeah. I'll look around to make sure there's not those. I don't see those 2 guards.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I'll I'll like be holding the tray and just have some of my druidic magic filter through my hand into the tray and have like a couple flowers, like very luminescent flowers pop out.
Oh man, if you could do like some flowers. Oh, could you do like a light show? Dude, that'd be like tubular. Totally.
I
Right?
I might be able to help with some of that. I know Odom is. You met him the other day. We got wasted and he spent up in his room. That's why I'm getting the coffee. I think he likes performing. So maybe we could bring some. No. Did I read you wrong?
It's mostly poetry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I'm cool with that. That's still performing in my view. So, it's definitely. Chess. Let me get these coffees. I'm afraid they're gonna get warm. Let me get them back to my party, and I'll see you soon. All right?
Yeah, bruh. And he like claps you on the shoulder, and you like lurch forward from the force of it, and like almost spill the coffee. He's like, "Oh, bro, I'm so sorry. You okay?"
No, yeah, I'm fine, dude.
Yeah,
Thanks.
all right. If there's something going on, you tell me, all right? This is my turf. Okay?
Yeah.
Seem a little sketched out, all right? So if there's something, you can come to me, all right?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Anytime, bro. Anytime.
I'll see you, and I'll walk my.
Jesus Christ.
I'll come in with a cart made of vines and stuff, or like a tray. And there was clearly a spot for a 4th iced coffee, but it's not there anymore. And I'll hold it and I'll give each of you guys an iced coffee. Hey, so I'm all about this. Whatever you want to do, I want to.
Thanks so much, MJ. You're just in time. Look, we already just decided on the best course of action. We weighed all of our options, and You know, we really
Planned
thought it
thoroughly.
through and we discussed it and we decided we're going like right here where that scratch mark is on the map.
It was a lot of time and effort to put this together, and quite frankly, it's a great plan.
Okay? Yeah, this sounds great. Does it look like it's far away on the map from like where we are? Like
Decently.
decently?
Like a good few hours travel, you would imagine, just
Okay.
because like you're fairly familiar with what it takes to travel through rough terrain,
Okay.
and if it has a path, it's probably going to be 2-3 hours. If there is no path, that's going to make it a lot harder.
Yeah, sure. I heard. And I'll pull out from one of my pouches. And I'll fold the Beach Bash flyer. And I'll put it on top of the map because I think this is more important right now. And just spit it around to you guys. And this is a total party town. 2 days. I was just talking to Chaz. I told him that if we can assist in helping out setting up for this event, that we would be there. I think it would give us some more insight to this village.
Yeah, and I have just the outfit for it. I mean, if it's beach themed, trust me.
Oh, yeah, totally. Look at there's starfish and everything there. I can't wait. I'm going to do like some very cool scenery for it. I can already imagine it. It's similar to home.
Are we sure these older folk can party?
Hey,
You've noticed it's not all older folk. Like this is mainly a retirement villa, but there are some like honeymoon vacationers and like some younger couples, and you know, not very many like kids, but there are younger folk here. Also, you guys
I'm
talk
not
this out
concerned
and
with
let me know what you're doing when I get back. I have to wash your
so,
I mean, obviously we're going to that bash, but I mean that's
Oh,
two
is that a
days
question?
out, so we've got some time to kill.
yeah,
And-
yeah. I just want to make sure we're back from here. I appreciate coming to this place and getting a warm welcome from this guy. So if I can help out, I would like to.
Look, I'm the last person here that wants to leave civilization, but let's take a look at this map. How far out is it? I mean, are we going into the wilds? Like, what's the deal? Like, it doesn't look like it's that far. But was
We
anyone
don't know.
anything to do with the map?
I'm sure I'm not.
Anyone got survival? History?
I've got survival.
All right, you're probably going to be our best. All right, good.
The map does look like it's old, so like we don't really necessarily know where exactly the town is, I guess.
Still,
Yeah.
we can lean on his +7 survival. We can lean on that.
Anything to do with intelligence, I'm not good at.
I'm also proficient in survival. So
Oh,
I have a plus.
yeah.
I have a
Plus
+8.
8.
Yeah.
Plus
All right,
8?
excellent. So we lean into MJ with Kilcax assisting when possible.
That's
Everybody, shh, she's back.
Oh shit. So we decided. Wait, what did we decide? We're just taking off, right? We're going.
Do we get a short rest? Can we get a short rest while we're here?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take a short rest.
I'll do that as well.
I'm assuming I had a long rest over my
Yeah,
Right.
you had a long rest.
sabbatical.
I just want to make sure. Do you get wild shapes back at short rest or long rest?
Yes. No, at short rests.
All right, sweet. Yeah, so I'm totally short resting then because I transformed into a squirrel. I'm thinking I was going to do something, and I didn't do anything. So, yeah, I would like to get that back. So, sweet. Short rest. Awesome. Thank you. So, what are we doing, guys?
At some point, the short rest we get, I'll totally go down and try and find myself a as tacky as possible Hawaiian shirt to go with my Hawaiian shorts.
Easy enough to do. You go back to the boutique and you can find one for about 3 silver.
I buy it totally.
That is a brilliant idea.
I was also looking for a grass skirt and 2 of the tiniest little coconuts you've ever seen.
There's actually somebody selling like novelty like walnut bras, meant for like the smaller variety of folk, and they don't move very well because you see it's mostly humans around here. So he has to kind of like widen it out in the middle for you with some new string.
I stand there like with grace, like you would at a tailor.
Yeah, he measures the tiny walnut bra on you and is significantly weirded out by the whole process.
Does anyone know, like, just out of character, how many nipples satyrs have?
2.
I would assume 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's only 2. I mean, Mr. Tumnus, I'm quite certain only had 2. So.
Imagine if he had 6. I mean, shit. My dog's
Just a
got
row of walnuts.
My dog has like 8 nipples. I'm almost positive.
All right. You guys are gonna take off into the dense forest, potentially after the guards and Yari.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to the second X or the first X. What
The
did
one
you guys?
X marked. It was like I think it was the middle one.
It's the second one,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one that would be closest to you. The other one is at the far side of the island and would take probably about a day's travel to get.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't got time for that.
Yeah. No, we got to be back. I will.
Damn straight, we got a party bash to go to, a beach bash to go to.
Yeah, dude. I'd imagine you kill those parties, don't you? You like it.
I've
I'll
actually
let our
never
boy
been to
Chaz
one.
down.
So,
So yeah,
we know the direction that we are going. I'll start walking that way. How were those iced coffees, by the way? Were they good?
Oh yeah, totally. They have this taste to them that you've never really encountered before. But it's really like sweet, and it gives this very very sweet aroma to the coffee, and it's just the best thing you've ever tasted. And you notice that there's like little black spots gathering in the bottom. They're flavored with vitamin B.
There you go. Alright. So, let's see what we can find.
every now and then as we're journeying, I'll totally suck one of them up and just shoot it out. Shoot out. And
I'm not quite sure you understand. They're very, very tiny. They're super, super small, like just little specks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a whole vanilla bean.
No, and vanilla beans are like this. They're like really long and lanky. Like they're very long.
for some reason I was thinking of something totally different, but no, it was.
So, as you guys approach the edge of town, it looks like there's something of not quite a pathway because it hasn't really been tread, but you can see there's a narrow parting in the trees where it looks like the ground has been tread, maybe like a herd path or something. Do one of you want to make a survival check?
Yeah. Is this similar to the path that I encountered when I was patrolling around the... Alright.
Can I assist?
Sure.
So he has advantage.
Assist.
I'll assist. Fucking MJ.
By doing...
Just survival, nomadic stuff. I'll probably the stuff of ear to the ground, having a sniff, weird survival
Yeah,
stuff,
cat stuff. The way
Cat
cats
stuff.
would check it out.
basically.
I
Yeah,
love that, having a sniff.
basically.
pawing at the earth with your weirdly dexterous 5-fingered paws.
That's a dirty 20.
Beautiful. So yeah, you kind of get close to this parting in the trees, and you see that something has traveled recently. And as you look to the ground, you notice footprints in the softer earth, relatively fresh.
Do they look to be dwarf-sized?
Best you can.
Yeah. They're like short and wide, I would imagine.
Definitely heavier foot. Yeah,
Okay.
like some quite dense, sunk into the ground here, where the earth.
Okay. Kilcax, I think we should go this way.
Let's go. Never know.
Yeah.
We might, from the looks of that, we might be following behind our lovely guard friends.
I'm interested to see what they're doing, although I don't fully hope to cross their path. So, I would totally let Kilcax lead the way. Just kind of using my my skills to guide him.
And my cat instincts.
Yeah.
Okay. So the dense area of the forest kind of slows you down a little bit. Not too bad for our feline friend, who's rather nimble. Or for the satyr, who is kind of made for trekking through types of environment. But it gives you about 3/4.
Okay.
Adds about an extra hour onto supposed journey. Make one more survival check.
Is this at advantage or straight roll?
It's just a straight roll.
An 11.
Yeah, the best you can tell, this path is leading you in the general direction of where you'd like to go.
Okay.
So making the trek somewhat easier. Eventually, you stumble onto this. A bridge made of felled trees and planks of wood that starts to venture above the densely growing undergrowth of this forest, curving into nowhere.
Does it look alive here? Like it looks healthy, like the rest of the island that we've seen.
Oh yeah, yeah. This looks very, very healthy. It is. There's a lot of moss growing over anything that isn't alive, and the things that are alive look to be thriving. Very.
Um. Okay. Let's continue on. I guess it's single file from here on out.
You're gonna
Kilgax?
be taking it back.
I don't mind going in front.
I will. I'll go second.
Third here.
Okay, so marching order is MJ in front.
Kilgax, then MJ.
Kil- Odom, and then Eve taking up the rear.
That's what I wrote
Yeah,
down.
you can take up the rear. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Just staring at those goat hooves.
So you guys continue, and you keep going. And eventually you encounter a set of stairs, kind of venturing up, and just beyond, you see kind of what looks like a cliff filled with vibrant tropical flora.
It's beautiful. Do we notice anything? Is there any like wildlife around that we see, or is it just vegetation?
You see some birds flitting
Yeah.
about. You can tell that there are some type of animals kind of scurrying down below in the undergrowth. Surely just from, you know, the moving of the plants around you.
And
It's not as though anything is scared of this area, but it does start to get wild as you move in. The very lively chatter of the birds and the monkeys, marsupials who kind of inhabit this area grows almost dampened as you step further into. As you make your way up the stairs, down, all but leaves this area. Almost as if somebody's turned down the volume on what you're hearing. And the trickle of water starts to fill the back of you. And it overwhelms. I need everybody to make me
A what check? Sorry, you cut out for me when you said this last bit.
wisdom saving.
Wisdom.
all right. Let's see here.
Something I'm good at. Woo!
Oh my god.
Dirty 20 for me.
Wisdom saving throw. 15 for MJ.
Is this against a spell or other magical effect that I might have advantage for?
Yeah, charmed. I can't be charmed or put
No,
to sleep.
not a charm.
Okay.
I rolled another natural 20
Oh, jeez.
for a total of 21. Sorry, when combat hits, I won't roll anything.
So you step further in, and that trickle of water at the back of your grow, and then turns to a roar that fills the entirety of your head. And it starts to kind of give you this ringing sensation in your mind's eye. And as quickly as it comes and it's rushed over you, almost as if you've been engulfed in some sort of unearthly waterfall. And everything is silent. There's no humming in the tree. There's no scratch of the vegetation. No chittering of animals. No bird song. Death.
Kilcax.
Huh?
Does he hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
It just got awful quiet. Maybe we should be on the lookout for something.
I know what you mean. It's too quiet.
I'm usually known for, not being quiet. So if you want me to, entertain you with a story or...
Odom. Don't
Yes?
hear anything.
Don't hear anything?
You are currently under deafening.
So I don't even hear myself, right? I'm just like babbling on.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. You totally should play. Hey, say something.
And then I could just, keep going. If like, I wish I had my joke book with me. Like that was, I think I left that back home before we even took off. But I used to have some really good jokes that I could have told. Most of my other material is a little bit newer. I haven't really tried out a lot of it. Audiences very much. But I've got a couple that I was thinking of incorporating on some instruments because I have a lot of instruments and I can play them, just not very well. But
Is he just talking over us if we try to say something? Yeah.
continues to ramble on, and over the next minute or so, you kind of start to understand that he probably doesn't.
Hey,
I think at some point I will realize that, I can't hear them.
yeah, when we're talking and you see our mouth moving and can't understand us.
Waving and everything.
I am going to cast Pass Without a Trace on us. So for the next 10 minutes, we have plus 10 to our stealth rolls. As I mean, because when I don't know. What do you tell me, Lex? When something like that happens and you roll, do you notice it even if you succeed? Like something was affecting you? Like that sound of the water rolling over my head, and then it went away. I would know something isn't right. Do I?
Yeah, no, that's the general sense is once that sensation leaves you and everything grows deathly silent, it's almost as if a pit has formed in your stomach. And it's being a creature of this definitely feels off in the worst way. It feels like foreboding.
Don't like this. I think if we move forward, we should try our best to be quiet.
Not
And
a bad
that's,
choice.
that's when I'll cast.
And when I was younger, I had this drum, and I don't really like drums that much, but every little satyr is taught to play on the drum. With it. So,
Just-
did you want to see like the type of drum?
Just cover his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll put
Yeah.
my hand over his mouth.
All right. All right. Oh, that's right. Shh. I'll be quiet.
About 5 minutes pass, and Odom can hear again the voices of your peers, the rustle of their clothing, everything that you didn't quite seem to realize was missing suddenly read.
Guys, the irony is that I can dispel magic, but I need to be able to verbally perform that. So you can imagine, it's like when does anyone have a good analogy for that?
No, but we are trying to be quiet. Something is not right.
Oh, I know. It'd be like if you were trying to be quiet, but someone who was with you was just talking over you the whole fucking.
I'd turn around and just start giving Odin fucking daggers.
I feel like he's talking about Andy right
Yeah.
now.
I'm not. I'm talking about myself. I'm sorry. This is hitting close to home, but I love you all. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Does it feel like we're alone? Or like that anyone's watching us or anything like that? You know, that feeling?
Not to you. You feel
I will continue walking up the steps into this
Same, but
unsettling.
as clear.
okay. Hold on. One more to check.
Hmm.
Okay. Kilcax and Odom. You guys, you feel a presence. Like something beyond what you like. You know that feeling when you're alone, but it feels like there's somebody watching you? You get that tingling sensation on the back of your neck that kind of makes the hair on your arms stand up.
All the time.
You're hit with that sensation.
My
And-
tail kind of stands up.
Starts flicking back and forth at the tip.
Yeah.
I think just seeing his reaction would sort of confirm my own feelings even more.
Yeah, Odom, you're fairly you're pretty familiar with Tabaxi. They are native to the Fey Isle. So you're pretty good with their body language.
Yeah, and especially just how expressive their spines and tails are. Like I feel like I would get.
He
He
stands up
validates my own
and
feelings.
ears start to kind of like listen
Yeah.
for something that you can't see as his tail starts to flick back and forth. And you're aware enough of how they behave to know that that means something.
I do that universal everyone be quiet kind of thing where you put your hands out sort of, flat horizontally, like do that motion.
Yeah, he can see you because he's behind you.
But I was more for anyone else that might be able to, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably also start crouching down a bit and prowling. But
Okay. As you guys make your way closer to the clearing, and you can see that there are these beautiful, hulking purple blossoms that have kind of that bird of paradise look to them, but at the center, instead of it being that like that passion fruit yellow, it's more of like a lime that kind of leads up into like a yellow with a red tip, and they're very pollen heavy. See that this like orangish red pollen is kind of covering the leaves of most of the things around you. And MJ, as you come up to this clearing, sorry, my throat's getting really dry. Better. You catch the glint of something metal peeking out from under the dense bush.
Can't hear you.
I will use a wild shape to I could do like a bear. Just shape change into a bear, and just kind of give it a growl.
Okay. The rest of you, kind of caught unaware, hear the sickening crackle of bones and the tearing of flesh as MJ changes his form into this massive hulking that's impossibly larger than and nothing happened, but it certainly puts the rest of you on edge.
Can I walk towards this? Is it off the path?
It is, yeah. So the stairs that you see and the trail that leads up into there, the path opens up, and the wooden planks end, and the rail kind of goes along the outskirts of this clearing before it falls off. But the rest of it is open, and the only thing that you can outside of the tree line are these hulking purple flowers and dense, overgrown underbrush with huge pear-shaped.
Yeah, I will. Just like put my nose to the ground and see if I can follow a scent towards that metal.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So you kind of push your way past Hillcat.
How far away is he from me? Like, before MJ gets too far away.
He's right in front.
Could I inspire MJ?
Certainly. How would you like to do so?
I'm gonna just set up this really detailed, like too detailed description of MJ turning into a bear, but I spend a lot of time describing the bear's like fur in like the length and the way it's matted in certain areas and like just the pattern of it. And it just really it goes on a little too long.
So after about 5 minutes of this impromptu ballad dedicated to the complexity of MJ's bear form fur, MJ finally is just like puts his nose to the ground and takes one massive inhale looking for this scent. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving.
Yes. All right. Let me get my bear stats out. Okay.
That's a D8, by the way.
Constitution, 17? I roll 15 on die, bears +2.
So as you take this massive inhale, the pollen that's coating all of this under rushes up into your nasal passages, and you feel the bitter sting in the back of your throat, and you taste that kind of chalky, bitter, powdered medicine on the back of your throat, and kind of cough a little bit. And this weird, swaying feeling kind of makes its way into the back of your skull. And then you kind of snuff again, the way that you did at the end of Odom's ballad. And it seems enough to clear them out, and your vision rights itself once more, and you have steady, firm paws on and everything should be.
Smack it. Like the flowers.
You
Out
smack
of
the flower.
Yeah. Out of instinct. And
You totally smack the flower, and when you do, it sends kind
Out of
this
instinct.
rush of pollen up into the air, kind of cloud of it that kind of like.
I'm a bear right now. So
Yep, all good.
He has a flashback of his father, Papa Bear, teaching him how to never walk on flowers without
Druids, when they wild shape, keep all of their mental stats.
oh yeah, that's right.
It's
Sorry,
polymorph
first time.
that if you turn something into something polymorph, they gain the mental statistics of the creature they're turning.
Okay. So I would know that this has some kind of effect then.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't do that. I'm not a dumb bear.
Okay.
But I would try not to disturb it then and walk around it and continue towards whatever this unnatural thing is in this forest.
Keeping your head high, as much above where the pollen is, and treading as lightly and carefully as a bear can. Make me a dexterity check. It's just straight dexterity.
It's like 15, but Dex is bear form, right? 15.
15. Okay. You manage not to disturb the pollen too much. Carefully choose spots for your paws to go that lift themselves up over most of the brush and set them back down into more shallow areas where it seems like somebody may have already.
Oh.
And as you draw near to this metal object that caught your attention, you notice that it's the helm of one of the guards.
It's the what?
The helm of one of the guards.
Wait, can I see this?
You can see that he's kind of like rustling around something that's piqued his interest and very careful.
Does it smell like Jonathan or Timmy? Because that's what I wrote.
Because Jonathan is attached to it. You see, once you kind of get closer and you move some of the undergrowth out of that Jonathan is laying there, eyes open and glazed over white, and his skin yellowed with orange pustule kind of gathered all over like blisters covering his skin where his weapons don't seem to be, and his armor is still in.
Yeah.
But there is, his jaw is open and slack with kind of like a rabies kind of foam seething from the side of it as his head is laying into the plant, the roots of the plants, which seem to be already growing.
Seeing this, can I drop my wild shape? And does he have any like a backpack or pouches somewhere where he would keep information? Nothing?
The only thing he seems to have on him is his armor, but you can make an investigation check if you wish to kind of search through without disturbing the pollen.
So that is investigation. Hold on. It's not great because I am not intelligent. So we'll say it's a 9.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to have been stripped of most of his belongings. Left only with the dignity of his.
Does he appear to be dead? Can I make like a
That would be a medicine check.
yeah? All right. That's even worse. Medicine. Well, 8.
He does appear to be dead. Yes, it seems fairly obvious that he is no longer of this.
I'll just find a bare spot in the ground that these plants that have this pollen that affects me, where it's not, and just try to cover his body up with, small vines or heavy flowers or something. Druidcraft something.
Was his armor made of iron?
You'd have to get closer and to be able to know for sure. You're not really in visual of it. The only reason it's noticed is because his perception.
Yeah, I'm not getting closer.
So I'll do that, and then I will just slowly.
There isn't really anywhere safe for you to sit down or to take a seat without just the pollen. And even as you were searching his body, you notice that the pollen is irritating your skin.
Yeah.
It had almost a caustic effect, and you can see that a rash starting to form where the pollen.
I will.
And it is that you're not taking damage for it, but it is irritating.
Yeah. I will get back to the path as, careful as I can. And looks like Jonathan is not with us anymore, fellas.
That ain't good.
Scares me.
Was there
Hellcats,
any
Jonathan
sign
was
of
the
the
one.
others?
I didn't see any other sign. I just the flowers around here are not not of the nice kind. And so be careful of them.
Maybe we should try and stick to the path.
Yes. And I will fall back behind Kilcax and wait for him to continue on.
I, as carefully I can, continue on the path.
Okay. The path does end. So there is no clear way. The best you'd be able to do is attempt to navigate your way carefully across without disturbing the plant.
I mean, do we do we try to follow the map? What's our direction here?
Is there any big branches?
Yeah, no, there's plenty. This is an extremely dense jungle, much like the Amazon.
I turn around. Is the branches above us covered in pollen as well?
No, the branches above you don't seem to be covered with anything other than moss that surrounds you. Thick
I would
vine.
like to attempt to climb the tree and fashion a rope swing, basically. So we can swing away over the flowers without trying to disturb it.
Guys, maybe we should just head back.
Why do you say this doesn't pique your interest?
It's really just the outdoors. I thought the wooden deck path was a little much, and now we don't even have that. I mean, this is really foreign jungle. Not quite the niceties I'm used to.
It's not as beautiful as our homeland, that is for sure. But something about it needs to be healed.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. I'm just having an off day. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
You did drink a lot 2 nights ago, yeah? Or was it last night? But still. Come on, Odom.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just complaining. I'm not actually going to turn around.
How about you tell us another one of your fabulous stories?
Really? And then I do that. Yeah, I don't have anything off the top of my head. Sorry.
That's fine.
So as you guys continue past, kind of making your way across on those, need every acrobatics check.
Man, I am rolling well tonight so far. It'll all end soon. Acrobatics. That's a 21 for me.
Awesome.
11 plus 8 for 19.
I got an 18.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think seeing the rash built up on MJ's hand, where these tiny yellow blisters have started to form, is kind of incentive enough for all of you to be as careful as possible, which comes quite easily to kill Cax, but maybe not so much for the rest of you. And you're able to swing across on the vine with shocking ease.
Kilcax, you tied this really well.
It's quite
They're all
beautiful.
have little knots in it so that you can't possibly fall.
What I'm gonna say.
Right. On the other side, it looks something like this.
Ooh.
Oh my god. That image looks much better. Yep, something like that.
Okay.
However tiny.
Is
Where
there
it's
any...
just a really dense forest. Does one of you a machete or anything to cut your way? Or you just kind of hoof it without it?
Let me look at my.
I've got a rapier.
I have my short sword.
I don't have anything for this.
All I have is either my claws, darts, or quarterstaff.
Beautiful short sword it is.
So I'll take out my super nice short sword off my back and start clearing.
Right? Sounds good. So it makes it a little bit easier, but it does take you guys down to half. Just for how long it takes to kind of like clear some of the underbrush out, because there isn't a weapon for such a task. But it is still easier than trying to tread through density of all of the greenery. And as you kind of like make your way out of the world into the dense underbrush, it's almost as if you had grown accustomed to eerie silence that you had been accosted by. And suddenly all of the sounds of the jungle rush forward in cough. Things are as they should be, and this tightness that you didn't quite realize in your chest, almost holding your breath, leaves you, and you feel a little more.
Something is not right with this jungle.
That was awful strange.
Anyone else feel like they need a drink?
I'll pull my. Do I have any drinks?
Say that you have your wine skin on you.
Yeah, my water skin. I'll just pull it out. Pass it around to anybody that is thirsty.
I'm good with just water.
I'll gladly take some wine if you have it.
Yeah, I'll take a sip.
At this point, I'm going to break story just for a second and ask if you guys would like to wrap up fairly soon, or if you want to kind of go on until 11.
I mean, I'm good to keep going, but it's up to these guys.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I could keep going, but I gotta go check on the fire.
Okay. How about we take 5 and
Okay.
where we go?
Sweet.
Cool. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Well, that somehow went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be.
I'm not trying to kill you
I know.
guys.
At least I hope I know. That's all good.
If you die, it's purely by your own fault.
And very shitty rolls.
Very shitty roll.
Yes.
Yeah. All of these images. Oh, red.
Snakes.
Very loud snack.
Snakes. That's making me hungry now. I'm going to get some snacks myself.
Ooh, I got like the worst thing for you right here, and I'm so excited about it. Spray cheese. I couldn't pass it up today at the store.
Although not much better, I'm eating Cheetos. So.
Some good old fashioned cheese whiz.
Oh,
It's
dude,
like-
I can put cheese whiz on Ritz right now.
It's perfect. I'm speechless.
What do you guys think so far?
It's creepy.
It's creepy.
Yeah. Was Jonathan the one that tossed MJ? When he was a squirrel? That was the other one.
I think, was it Timmy? I wrote Timmy, so.
Yeah. No, Jonathan was like the nicer one. Timothy was the one who was like all up in about being magic users and like talking down to you, but you were basically crap.
Yeah, I bet Timmy killed him. Fuck that guy.
Did it look like the like he was taken from the wild, like the pollen? That's what I was grabbing, right? Curious.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be any foul play at hand, other than that inflicted by nature.
Nah, Timmy threw the pollen at him. Guaranteed. Just threw the flowers.
I don't know if you can see it, but I just printed a wagon.
Oh, is that how it comes out of the resin?
Yeah, because it prints upside down like this. Goes like that.
That's so
Opposite-
weird.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, dude. That's right.
Can you hear those? Great. You totally just went and got a handful of grapes, didn't you?
Yes.
What a good snack. Andy has cheese whiz, there's Cheetos with Lex, and then he's got
I-
grapes.
I could totally gone and got something like that, but I just saw grapes and thought, fuck it. I'll have some grapes.
They have grapes in England?
They're imported.
Imported.
Wine country, no grapes at all.
Well, we can grow our own version of grapes and have our own wine, but it's probably not as posh as fancy as Italian grapes.
I don't know what you're talking about. You've obviously never had wine from the Finger Lakes. It's kind of like our thing around
I
here.
don't drink wine.
There's grapes in the Finger Lakes they like go hand in hand. I mean, all of the people, that's all they do is go on, these
Yeah.
tours. I don't drink
Every
wine
summer we
because
would go up there.
I drink too fast, regardless of what I'm drinking. So I've had wine like once in my life, and I went through it way too fast, and I got way yeah. I mean, I
The
can't
next
say
day always
anything. I
sucks.
grabbed a 6 pack of Southern Tier, their winter IPAs at the store today, and I had 6 of them while I was watching the Giants game, and I had to take a nap before I came in here because I was a little woo.
I currently have a rum mixture in my how do you want to do that?
Nice.
I got
I was just
bourbon.
having pink vodka, lemonade, and Sprite.
That's a very Florida drink for you there, Mike.
Yeah, it's good.
And I'm just sat with some apple and mango squash.
Nice.
Vinny's
Even
just
though,
like the picture of
I've got a bottle of this one next to me.
never mind. I spoke too soon.
How you feeling?
Oh, I can start tasting normal things now.
Nice.
I can actually
That's very
taste
exciting.
these.
So,
Some things I still can't taste, but very subtle tastes. But just getting there.
Nice.
yeah, my son just lost his grandmother. COVID.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
sorry to hear that.
That's freaking. I hate this fucking thing.
Yeah, his dad let me know tonight, and was like, "Yeah, he doesn't know yet because we didn't want to ruin Christmas with whole grandma's thing." So, yeah.
Hmm.
Cheers.
No, to make it even better.
Clink.
Cheers. But
The bottom of my cup is all maraschino.
mine weren't ruined, but it was nice because I said previously I had a funeral to attend on the 29th from a close family friend. I showed up, mass, stayed away from everybody. The amount of people that showed up because he's a biker, 30, 40 people lining the streets with bikes escorting out. And the moment the hearse turned up to his house as well, the moment it turned up, it started snowing. I'm not kidding.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That's awesome.
oh.
It was definitely a send off he deserved.
I'm glad he got a proper.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want to get back into this on that sad note?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's try to get some progress here.
All right. You guys continue on for another 2 hours or so in this dense brush, and nothing large comes your way. You know, you see a couple of like massive hulking kind of hanging down from the vines. Odom and Kilcax, you're probably the only ones who really like notice them. But they seem to be kind of keeping to themselves, you know, looking for smaller, easier prey. You continue through. You've been traveling for about 4 hours at this point, and you're almost starting to simply because it's growing later in the day. You had a fairly late start off in the jungle itself, and it's just kind of wearing on it. Suddenly, the tree line breaks, find yourselves standing at the foot of something like this, where there is a circle of fallen trees surrounding a relatively empty, with thick, dense trees on all sides that are much more tropical than the image I'm giving. And in the center of the clearing is Timothy, lying face down in the wood, unmoved.
Is there any of those flowers that have the heavy pollen here?
I'll go up to him and does he look dead?
He is either dead or unconscious. But he is not moving and he does not make any movement at the sound of.
Can I just take a look, see if he has anything on him? Or just like
He seems to have all of his things.
he has all his things?
All of his things, yes. Would you like to make an investigation check?
Yeah. That is a 15.
So he seems to be carrying 2 separate satchels of gold, as well as 2 swords, an axe, 2 bows, and he's wearing 2 belts. He's got 2 water skins, and I mean, as far as you can, it seems like he is also carrying Jonathan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely gonna take
he also
the
has
pouches of
2
gold.
Yeah, for sure. He also has 2 greater healing potions strapped to him.
Egon, how's he look down there? Is he alive?
Well, I'm not exactly a doctor, but I would assume dead. I did find these though.
He's burst into the ground. You can't see his face.
Can I walk up there and kind of like move him so I can see his face?
Yeah, sure. You want to try and flip him over?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
this
I
is
would
going
like to
up.
do this with. I want to be very careful because I'm not trying to further hurt him. I'm not doing it aggressively or anything. I'm just.
Yeah, for sure.
While he's doing that, I'll be just checking the surroundings, just keeping guard.
Yeah, for sure. MJ, you're not the strongest person, and Timothy is quite bulky.
Okay.
Can I help him move it? Because I'm right there.
Yeah, for sure. But you're even scrawnier than he is. So, with the 2 of you, it does take a concerted effort to eventually flip this guard in all of his heavy armor and everything over onto his back. You both kind of have to, like, really throw your weight into it. So maybe not as graceful as you would have wanted, but you end up treating him with the same care intended, simply due to your lack of power.
Every time we lift him up and we get him like further angled off the ground, I'll druid craft like some kind of little sticks like as support so he can't fall back down, and continue that is.
Eventually, gravity does most of it for you. and you're able to get him turned over, and you can see that his eyes are still open, and they are also completely whited over. He's got same foam kind of dribbling over the side of his mouth, but instead of the blisters and the boils, he has these blackened veins reaching up into his neck and into his
Oh, gross.
Told you he was dead.
and the skin in his cheeks has sallowed, and his eyes.
Ugh. What would do that to someone?
I think it's not what, but who. And these two individuals were parading around the town. They don't like. They don't like our powers. I mean, they were confrontational about it to an extent.
It's one
So-
concern I have. Harry,
Yari?
Yari was with these two. Where
I mean,
is he now?
Do we see any more foot tracks? As Kilcack says that, MJ will walk back to the tree line, or not the tree line, but like the ring, and inspect anything that could possibly look like a path or marks or some kind of disturbance in the ground.
So, funny enough, you leave this ring on the other side, kind of start making your way around the outer of this fell. And as you do, you come upon this one spot and you see in front of you two very clear images, without even looking, of those same dwarven prints you saw at the beginning. And you look at them, and you look at the direction that they're heading, and you look at the underbrush clear in a very clear path, making a very easy trek forward. And you can all see this, and you all notice, because the rustling of the bush as it clears is very distinct from the rest of the noise. And that same sound of rushing water, of the babbling of a small brook, hits the back of your minds again. And it seems to be beckoning from the darkness on the other side of it. Because as you look forward, the pathway itself, though clear, grows completely dark, as if descending into a tunnel.
All right, well, that's just creepy, right?
Yari's gone this way. I
seem
think
normal.
that I don't think this is. We are not on the same path as we were before. We have to rescue. We have to get him back. He's an old man.
He seemed friendly.
I will
We should
walk
at least-
towards it.
I'll go with him.
I was afraid you guys were going to say this, but there's a reason why Kilcax scratched that spot on the map, and that's why we're here.
Told you, deliberately planned.
We should move forward with the plan. Follow the plan. Let's see it through.
Yeah. And I will
All
lead
else
the way.
fails, follow the plan.
Keeping an eye out looking for more tracks. And is the vegetation around, is it still, as we walk towards it, is it still healthy?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not like there's nothing weird going on with it, right?
Other than the
Okay.
fact that it on its own, nothing.
Okay.
I'll try and get up next to MJ in front.
I would easily let him through.
Okay. So you guys descend into this pathway. And the prints are very clear. It's almost as if there was more gravity to them to make them this way. And as they disappear into the darkness, and you crest over that threshold yourself, and the darkness starts to encompass you, the only thing you can see is the slight green glow of these footprints moving forward. The only thing you everything else around you is dark.
Guys, I think I'm a tracker now.
Seems we all see the same thing.
The glow does kind of illuminate sides of the pathway, so you can tell that you're still in the forest as it kind of bounces off of some of the leaves and the vines of the underbrush.
Do our footsteps leave a glowing residue, or did it seem like this person stepped in glowing doo-doo?
Make an investigation check.
I will stay out of character if this is it, right? If our steps are glowing, I'm touching everything because we are on Pandora. And I would be that guy.
I rolled a 10.
So as you kind of crouch down and you feel the earth where these steps are, you kind of touch them, and the glow doesn't come off on your hands. It just stays on the ground. And you crouch down closer and see that it's the leaf and the moss that are emitting this. And as you look behind you to see that you've come down, the footsteps that you've already crossed are gone, leaving the path behind you.
So that would mean we're close, right? We're close behind?
No, you're saying our footsteps are not? We can't
Your
see our...
footsteps are not. The only footsteps that are glowing are the ones that are left in front of you. And the ones that you've already followed that are behind you, that you are behind you, are gone. Leaving the path behind you in dark.
It seems our only way forward is to follow.
Yeah.
Something's guiding us.
We'll use another second level spell slot and cast Pass Without Trace on us for the next 10 minutes. Stay low. I'm unsure of this environment. This is all very new to me.
So
I start prowling.
You all kind of want to try and stay hidden?
Yeah, that's what
At the very least, I'll be quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, like watching our footsteps so we don't, aren't stepping on branches and being loud and stuff is what I'm suggesting.
So, everybody roll stealth then and add the plus 10 bonus from pass without trace.
Okay.
Damn.
Skills. Stealth.
Love pass without trace.
At 27. I love pass without the trace.
Perfect.
I got a
80.
29.
18 on die. +8 modifier. Then +10 from pass. So I got 36. I'm gone.
We're ghosts.
I had a cat like that once.
So, you're continuing down, and everybody almost seems to peer into the darkness, except for Odom, who is deliberately stepping into the footprints as you go and be very careful to do so. And while he is still completely quiet, there are slight moments where you can still see his hooves as they step into the light of these other prints. You continue like this for another 30 minutes, following these footsteps in this eerie darkness, where you can still hear the chittering and moving of the wind around you. Like the forest has not slept just because it's grown dark. But the darkness almost makes it, because you know that there is, but you can't see. You continue, and just at the end of these 30 minutes, you see a light ahead of you breaking. And as you look, it's specks of them. Small fireflies in this clearing. And the footsteps disappear. And you get through this darkness, this tunnel of darkness. And you come into the final clearing of hope. And in there you see, up in the boughs of a tree, an old wooden hut, dilapidated and old, overgrown with moss, with warm candlelight glowing from behind the shattered and broken, with gossamer curtains swaying eerily, and the humming of cicada kind of comes out from the, almost as if you've been transported somewhere else, no longer in the jungle. So it would seem, but you know, the chittering is still behind you. However, it's grown quiet tonight, but it is still there. And as your eyes travel over this view of the sparkling of the fireflies, kind of everywhere, it's peaceful, but there's still something that's keeping you on edge. And your vision travels down the boughs, the trunk of this tree, and tied around the trunk of the tree, yard, chained to the bottom, and seemingly. Though MJ, you do see, even from this distance, with your perception, that his chest is steadily rising and falling.
How far away from him am I?
About 40 feet.
Hold on one second. I'm just. I will. Like kneel down and grab some dirt Does it feel like normal dirt?
It does. It feels rich and full of moisture.
And I will pick it up and just like blow and toss the dirt out a little bit, and I will cast healing word at 3rd level
Okay.
to him.
You see the magic kind of carry itself forward. What color is your magic?
It's a series of it's probably actually purples because I'm a moon druid, so we'll go with purples.
Okay. So this kind of pearlescent magic kind of glows with this purple and blue as it carries itself forward in a smoke made out of dirt. Comes through and lifts itself up under the chain that Yari is being held by, and you see them kind of pass translucently into his chest and kind of swell within it. And then they kind of dissipate. And MJ, because you're connected to your magic, you know that it worked. But he's still unconscious.
We have
And
to get...
Then you notice as your
No, I'm sorry.
as your vision has traveled with your magic to his visage and into his chest, a glint of something silver catches the corner of your eye. And around the trunk, this hulking, large trunk, comes an elven woman dressed in white costume, silver hair, purple eye.
Do I recognize her?
You do recognize. And she says, "Well, I'm glad you made it." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Not ominous at all.
Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good job. Great job, Lex.
Awesome.
It
Oh.
only takes a month to think of how these sessions should go.
Woo! All right. I like it. I like it a lot. So, just so we can get off air, we may be here Saturday. It will be in some new form. I've kind of had this brainchild of every time we have a session where not everybody can make it, and we don't want to continue without them, of making this kind of open world single patron group of everybody that you see on Wayward Ones. So when we have a night that we can't fill, we all just reach out to each other, and who shows up, and we roll with a one-off mission, but something that people can connect with, and not just a throwaway character. So I think we're going to do that this Saturday. So tune in and see who's going to join us. It should be interesting. So